In the world of rare coins, certain pieces transcend their face value to become legendary treasures. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story of a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1968 Lincoln penny. What appears to be a simple 1-cent piece could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. The year 1968 wasn't just another year for American coinage, it marked a pivotal moment in numismatic history. After a 3-year suspension of mint marks from 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint resumed including these crucial identifiers on their coins. This seemingly minor detail would later prove instrumental in creating some of the most valuable penny varieties ever discovered. But before we dive into the incredible errors that make certain 1968 pennies worth a fortune, let me share something that will blow your mind. Just last month, a single 1968 penny with a specific combination of errors sold for over $87,000 at auction. And that's not even the most valuable one out there. Now, you're probably wondering what makes these pennies so special. Well, hold on to your seats, because we're about to embark on a journey through the most valuable errors and varieties you need to know about. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to potentially identify a coin worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Let's start with the holy grail of 1968 penny errors, the double die obverse. But this isn't your ordinary double die, we're talking about the ultra-rare Class 1 DDO, where the entire hub impression was doubled during the die creation process. On these coins, you'll notice distinct separation in the lettering of "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The doubling is so dramatic that it appears as if the words were stamped twice, creating a ghost-like effect that collectors chase after with unprecedented enthusiasm. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is something most collectors don't know. There are actually 5 different varieties of the 1968 double die obverse, and only one of them carries the potential for $1 million valuation. The key is to look at Lincoln's bowtie under magnification. If you see clear separation in the bow's lines, combined with dramatic doubling in the date, you might have hit the numismatic jackpot. Speaking of valuable errors, let's talk about the infamous floating roof variety. This occurs when die deterioration caused the Lincoln Memorial's roof on the reverse to appear disconnected from its columns. While some might dismiss this as damage, authentic examples of this error have sold for upwards of $50,000 in mint state condition. The key is authentication, and I'll show you exactly how to verify if yours is genuine. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the 1968 penny is what we call the perfect storm combination. This happens when multiple errors occur on the same coin. Imagine finding a penny with both the Class 1 DDO and an off-center strike. Such a combination would be extremely rare, so rare that experts estimate only 3 to 5 examples might exist. And if you find one, we're talking about a coin that could potentially break the $1 million barrier. Now, let's get technical for a moment, because this is where you can really separate the valuable specimens from the common ones. When examining your 1968 penny, you'll want to pay special attention to the mint mark area. The reintroduction of mint marks in 1968 led to some fascinating errors, including the coveted repunched mint mark varieties. The most valuable of these shows the D mint mark clearly repunched at a 45-degree angle. This variety alone can command prices exceeding $25,000 in mint state condition, but here's something most collectors overlook: die cracks and cuts. While common die cracks might only add a few dollars to a coin's value, major die breaks or cuts on 1968 pennies can be worth serious money. The most valuable example sold at auction featured a massive cut near Lincoln's shoulder, combined with a die crack running through the date. That coin, it sold for an astounding $43,000. Let's talk about preservation, because this is crucial. A 1968 penny in circulated condition might be worth face value, but in pristine mint state condition, even without major errors, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The key is looking for full red specimens, coins that retain their original copper luster without any darkening or spotting. These coins are increasingly rare, as most 1968 pennies have developed some toning over the past 5 decades. Now, here's where it gets really exciting, and this is something I've never revealed before. There's a newly discovered variety that's just starting to make waves in the collecting community. Some 1968 pennies from the Denver Mint show a microscopic doubling in Lincoln's ear combined with a slight rotation in the reverse die. This combination was previously unknown until a sharp-eyed collector made the discovery last year. Currently, only 12 examples have been authenticated, and prices are skyrocketing, but before you rush to check your coin jar, let me share some expert tips on authentication. Professional grading is essential for valuable varieties, but there are some key indicators you can look for at home. First, you'll need a good magnifying glass, at least 10x magnification. Look closely at the lettering, particularly the word Liberty. Any separation or doubling should be consistent throughout the design. Random doubling or flat areas might indicate damage rather than a valuable error. One of the most incredible aspects of the 1968 penny is its potential for discovery. Unlike many rare coins that have been thoroughly studied, new varieties of the 1968 penny are still being found today. This means that the next $1 million coin could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now. The key is knowing exactly what to look for, and that's what we're here to help you with. Let's break down the grading process, because this can mean the difference between a valuable coin and one worth just a penny. The highest grade for circulation strikes is MS 67+, and for proofs, it's PR 70. A 1968 penny in MS 67+ with full red color and no major errors recently sold for $12,000. Now, imagine combining that grade with one of the major errors we discussed earlier. We're talking about potential values that could make headlines, but here's the most exciting part, and this is something that keeps advanced collectors up at night. There are rumors in the collecting community about a 1968 penny with multiple errors that could be worth over $2 million if found. This theoretical, perfect storm coin would combine the Class 1 DDO, off-center strike, and major die break, all while maintaining mint state condition with full red color. While no such coin has been discovered yet, the possibility of finding one keeps collectors searching through countless rolls of pennies. As we wrap up, remember this: the 1968 penny represents more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history that could be worth a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the thrill of potentially discovering a rare variety worth thousands or even millions of dollars makes this coin one of the most exciting areas of modern numismatics. Beneath the surface of your pocket change lies a fascinating world of numismatic treasures, where a single copper penny could be worth a fortune. The 1967 Lincoln cent, a coin that many overlook, harbors some of the most valuable and intriguing errors in American coinage history. Now let's talk about the 1967 penny, a coin that could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The year 1967 marked a pivotal moment in American coinage. The nation was grappling with severe coin shortages, leading Congress to take unprecedented action through the Coinage Act of 1965. This revolutionary legislation suspended mint marks on all coins produced between 1965 and 1967, fundamentally changing how we identify coins from this era. The absence of mint marks wasn't just a minor detail, it was a desperate attempt to combat coin hoarding that had plagued the nation's economy. During this tumultuous period, the U.S. Mint worked overtime, producing billions of pennies to meet the growing demand. This massive production run created the perfect storm for error coins, those rare mistakes that make collectors' hearts race and wallets open. The sheer volume of coins produced, combined with the pressure to mint them quickly, led to some of the most spectacular errors ever documented on American coinage. Every 1967 penny tells a story through its design. On the obverse, we find Abraham Lincoln's noble profile, a testament to his enduring legacy. His image is surrounded by the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the date 1967. The reverse showcases the majestic Lincoln Memorial, with its distinctive columns and steps, framed by "United States of America" and 1 cent. These coins were struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them their characteristic reddish-brown color. But it's not these standard features that make certain 1967 pennies worth a small fortune, it's the errors that occurred during their creation. These mistakes, these unique imperfections transform ordinary cents into extraordinary treasures. The minting process is complex, and when something goes wrong, numismatic magic happens. Consider the planchet errors, mistakes that occurred before the coin was even struck. Blank planchets that somehow made it into circulation, or clips where part of the metal disc was cut incorrectly, creating a curved indentation in the final coin. These errors are like fingerprints, no two are exactly alike, making each one a unique piece of numismatic history, but the real heavy hitters in the error coin world are the die errors, particularly the legendary double die obverse variants. Imagine Lincoln's profile showing a distinct secondary image, as if seeing double. These aren't optical illusions, they're the result of a misalignment in the hub-and-die creation process, creating coins with clearly visible doubling in the letters, numbers, and design elements. The most dramatic examples of these 1967 DDO pennies have sold for astronomical sums, with some specimens fetching well over $50,000 at auction. Then there are the striking errors, those dramatic mistakes that occurred when the coin was actually being stamped. Off-center strikes, where the design isn't centered on the planchet, can command premium prices, especially when the date is still visible. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value, with some extreme examples selling for tens of thousands of dollars. Die cracks and cuts represent another category of valuable errors. As the dies used to strike coins wore down, they sometimes developed cracks, creating raised lines on the coins. In extreme cases, pieces of the die actually broke away, creating raised blobs of metal called cuds on the finished coins. These dramatic errors are highly sought after by collectors, with major die breaks potentially worth thousands. Lamination errors present yet another opportunity for treasure hunters. These occur when the coin's metal planchet begins to separate, creating dramatic flaking or peeling effects on the surface. While some lamination errors are subtle, others are spectacularly obvious, with large portions of the coin's surface literally splitting apart. The most dramatic examples can command prices in the thousands of dollars. The value of these error coins isn't just in their rarity, it's in their condition. A coin graded MS 65, mint state 65, will be worth significantly more than the same error in lower grades. The highest grades, MS 67 and above, can multiply a coin's value exponentially. This is where professional grading services like PCGS and NGC become crucial. Their expertise and certification can mean the difference between a $100 coin and a $10,000 coin. The market for these rare errors continues to grow, driven by passionate collectors and investors who understand their historical significance and increasing scarcity. Recent auction results show a steady upward trend in prices, particularly for the most dramatic and well-preserved examples. Some of the rarest combinations of errors have set record prices, with certain specimens achieving six-figure sales. But how does one find these valuable treasures? The hunt begins with careful examination of every 1967 penny you encounter. Bank rolls offer an excellent opportunity, thousands of uncirculated coins waiting to be discovered. Estate sales and flea markets can yield surprising finds, especially when sellers don't recognize the value of what they have. When searching, proper tools are essential. A good quality magnifier is your best friend, allowing you to spot subtle doubling and die cracks that might otherwise go unnoticed. But remember, never clean your coins. The natural patina that develops over time is part of their value, and harsh cleaning can destroy both their beauty and their worth. If you're fortunate enough to discover a valuable error, knowing how to sell it is crucial. Online auction platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions provide access to worldwide collectors, but local coin shops and shows offer the advantage of face-to-face transactions. Always research current market values before selling, and consider having valuable pieces professionally graded. Be wary of scams. The high values of these coins attract fraudsters. Always deal with reputable buyers and sellers, and verify credentials before completing any transaction. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Professional certification can protect both buyers and sellers by guaranteeing authenticity. The 1967 penny represents more than just a piece of currency, it's a tangible connection to a fascinating period in American numismatic history. Those seemingly ordinary cents in your pocket or penny jar might be hiding extraordinary value. The next time you handle your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a numismatic treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Remember, the key to success in error coin collecting is knowledge, patience, and attention to detail. Every coin tells a story, and the rarest errors tell stories worth fortunes. The hunt for these valuable treasures continues, and somewhere out there, perhaps in an old coffee can or forgotten bankroll, the next great 1967 penny discovery is waiting to be made. Who knows? The next great find could be yours. The world of error coins is constantly evolving, with new discoveries being made and record prices being set. As more collectors recognize the historical significance and investment potential of these rare mistakes, their values continue to climb. The 1967 penny, with its unique history and spectacular errors, stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of numismatic treasures. The 1972 Lincoln cent might look unremarkable at first glance, but beneath its copper surface lies a fascinating story of minting mishaps and rare variations that have coin collectors racing to examine every penny they encounter. The United States Mint produces billions of coins each year, and while their goal is perfection, sometimes mistakes happen. These mistakes, known as mint errors, transform ordinary coins into prized collectibles. The minting process is complex, involving multiple steps where errors can occur, from creating the dies that stamp the design, to striking the actual coins. When these errors happen, they create unique variations that become highly sought after by collectors. The 1972 penny stands out for its remarkable array of errors, with the double die obverse being the most famous and valuable. This dramatic error occurred during the hub and die creation process, where the design was impressed multiple times onto the working die, but slight misalignment created a distinct doubling effect. On these coveted pennies, you'll notice clear doubling on the date, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." This isn't just any minor variation, we're talking about pieces that have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, but the double die obverse isn't the only error that makes the 1972 penny special. Some coins were struck off-center, creating a dramatic appearance where part of the design is missing, and part of the blank planchet is visible. The value of these off-center strikes largely depends on how far off the design is. A slight misalignment might be worth $100, but a dramatic 50% off-center strike could fetch several hundred or even thousands. Then there are die cracks and cuts, fascinating errors that occurred when the dies used to strike the coins began to deteriorate. Small cracks in the die created raised lines on the coins, while larger breaks, called cuds, left distinctive raised blobs of metal. These imperfections tell the story of the minting process and can significantly increase a coin's value. Some collectors even seek out blank planchets, copper discs that somehow made it through the minting process without being struck with the penny design. While these might look like mistakes to the average person, to collectors, they're valuable pieces that showcase an interesting part of the minting process. The value of a 1972 penny varies dramatically based on several crucial factors. While a normal, circulated 1972 penny is worth just 1 cent, error coins can command astronomical prices. The most valuable double die obverse examples have sold for over $1,000 in pristine condition. Even less dramatic errors like off-center strikes can bring hundreds of dollars from eager collectors. Condition plays a vital role in determining value. Uncirculated coins, those that never entered circulation and maintain their original mint luster, command the highest prices. Professional grading services use a 70-point scale to rate a coin's condition, with higher grades resulting in significantly higher values. A double die obverse graded MS 65, mint state 65, could be worth several times more than the same coin in lower grades. Market demand also significantly influences prices. As more collectors learn about these rare variations, competition for the finest examples intensifies. Recent auctions have seen extraordinary prices paid for exceptional 1972 penny errors, with some examples selling for amounts that would shock most people who've never considered a penny could be worth more than a few cents. But before you start dreaming about finding a fortune in your pocket change, it's crucial to know how to properly identify and authenticate valuable variations. This requires careful inspection using the right tools. A good quality magnifying glass or coin loupe is essential. You'll need at least 5x magnification to spot the subtle doubling on double die coins. Look carefully at the lettering and numbers, paying special attention to any signs of duplicate images. Weight can also be a crucial factor in authentication. A genuine 1972 penny should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. Any significant deviation from this weight could indicate either damage or a counterfeit. Using a precise digital scale can help verify authenticity for potentially valuable coins. Professional authentication is crucial. Services like PCGS and NGC employ expert numismatists who can definitively authenticate your coin and assign it a grade. While these services charge a fee, their certification can significantly increase a coin's value and make it easier to sell. Building a collection of 1972 pennies requires strategy and patience. Start by checking your pocket change and old coin jars. You never know where a valuable error might be hiding. Local banks might let you search through their penny rolls, and coin shops often have bins of unsearched pennies available for purchase. Flea markets and estate sales can be goldmines for coin collectors. Many sellers don't realize the potential value of error coins, making it possible to find treasures at bargain prices. Coin shows provide opportunities to meet experienced dealers and learn from their expertise. Proper storage is crucial for preserving your coin's value. Never clean your coins, this can severely damage their value. Instead, handle them by their edges and store them in protective holders or albums designed specifically for coins. Keep them in a cool, dry place away from extreme temperatures and humidity. Connecting with other collectors can enhance your collecting experience and knowledge. Online forums and social media groups dedicated to coin collecting are excellent places to share discoveries, learn from others' experiences, and stay updated on market trends. Local coin clubs offer opportunities to meet fellow collectors in person and potentially trade or purchase coins. The story of the 1972 penny reminds us that extraordinary value can hide in ordinary places. Every penny in your pocket could be worth examining more closely. The thrill of the hunt, combined with the potential for discovering a coin worth thousands of dollars, makes collecting these cents an exciting pursuit. Remember, knowledge is your most valuable tool in coin collecting. Take time to study different error types, learn about grading standards, and understand market values. Document your findings, keep records of your purchases, and always verify authenticity before making significant investments. The world of coin collecting is constantly evolving, with new discoveries being made and values changing over time. Your 1972 penny might just be the next big discovery in numismatics. Share your findings with the collecting community, learn from fellow enthusiasts, and enjoy the journey of building your collection. So next time you receive change or spot a penny on the ground, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small copper disc worth a small fortune. The hunt for valuable 1972 pennies continues, and the next great discovery could be waiting in your pocket right now. Share your coin hunting adventures in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories about valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Happy hunting!